Hey, I'm Courtney, and in this video I want to talk you through how to do a mid-year review. We're halfway through 2019 now, and there's a good chance that the goals you set at the beginning of the year have maybe slipped a little bit, or maybe you can't even remember what they were. It's usually about this time of year that we start to realise that we're not making the progress we really wanted to make this year, and maybe you're stuck in this rut of just not feeling like you're getting anywhere, not achieving anything. So I have created this video along with some free worksheets that will be in the description for you, so that you can reflect on this year and set your goals for the rest of the year moving forward. If you do enjoy this video, I would really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. It just lets me see what kind of videos you are enjoying, and obviously if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. I post new videos every Tuesday and Friday, all about helping you to live your best life, whatever it is that means for you. And remember, if you want some more practical help, I will have those worksheets for you to do along with this video, so just click the link in the description to get your hands on those. Okay, so this mid-year review, I've created quite a few questions that is really going to help you to reflect on the year and see what you want to do moving forward. So I'm just going to get right into the questions and kind of talk through how I would answer them. So the first question in the review is, So the first question in the review is, how do you feel about the year you've had so far? So I would just answer this question with whatever comes to your mind first. Don't try and analyse exactly what's happened this year, you can look at that later, but this is just a kind of overall, how do you feel about it? Has it been exciting? Has it been quite boring? Has it been a really successful year? Have you grown a lot this year? Just an overall picture of how this year has been. Just brain dump whatever comes into your mind onto the page. The next question is, what are you grateful for that's happened this year? This is where you can really write about things. Maybe it's not necessarily things you've achieved, but just good things that's happened this year. There's so many things that happen that are amazing, but it's not an achievement, so we just kind of don't think much about it. So this is your space to just write all about the things that you are so grateful that's happened for you this year, or even not happened for you, but just happened. And then what are the wins that you've had this year? So these are little achievements, big achievements, anything that you're proud of yourself for doing. This does not need to be massive life-changing stuff. This could just be you did something that was a bit uncomfortable for you, or you had an idea that has turned into something amazing. It can be anything, but something that you are proud of yourself for doing or getting this year. And then we go on to actually looking at the goals that you set at the beginning of the year. So you will have a page where you can write down all the goals you had. I'm sure you will have written them down in a notebook somewhere at the beginning of 2019. So get that back out, get the computer document up, however you've done it, and write down the goals that you set at the beginning of the year. And then we're gonna just put a little tick next to each one, depending on where you're at with it. So we have achieved, in progress, or abandoned. Obviously achieved is the goals that you've completed them, you're finished with them, and you're happy with where you are with them. Your in progress goals are going to be the ones that you've done a bit of work towards, but you're not quite where you want to be with them yet. It's something that's a work in progress. You maybe haven't worked on it in a while, but it has been started. And then your abandoned goals obviously are the goals that you set and then you did not look back at. You didn't do anything about it. You just kind of wrote them down and then forgot about them. So once you've got all of those goals down, you've determined whether they're achieved, in progress, or abandoned. Then we have some more questions to go into a bit more depth about that. How have your achieved goals impacted your life? Have they made you more money? Have they made your life easier? Have they made your life more exciting? Have they made you feel more confident? Have they made you more ambitious? Have they made you set bigger goals? What has happened as a result of these goals? And this is just for you to have a look and see really if it was worth doing those goals. If you've achieved a goal but it hasn't impacted your life at all, then it's probably not the kind of goal that you would want to set again, or something that you'd want to go back to. So this is just to see also how far you've come because you've achieved these goals. The next question is, are you happy with your in progress goals, where you're at with them? Are you happy with the progress you've made so far? Do you wish you'd made more progress with them? Is it just a case of you need more time for that goal? Is it things aren't really working out the way you thought they were gonna? Do you need to change a goal? Do you need to maybe make a goal a bit more manageable? Is there something holding you back from achieving that goal? What is it that's meant that this goal hasn't been achieved yet? And it might just be that it's a longer term goal. So don't judge yourself for not having achieved it yet, but just have a look at why each of these goals are still in progress. And then the next question is for your abandoned goals. Do you really still want to achieve them? There's probably a reason you've abandoned them. You're probably not that interested. They probably don't excite you. And that is completely okay. I made a whole video about why you should give up on some goals, and it was exactly for this. I'll link that video in case you want to go watch it. But basically, there's no point in trying to work towards a goal that you're not passionate about, that you don't care about, that is not doing anything for you. So if you have any of those goals that you've abandoned, just think about it. Do you really want to keep them on your list, really? Because let's be honest, you're not working on them yet. But do you really want them still sitting there, feeling that pressure for you to achieve them? Or do you just want to let it go? And there might be some that you forgot about, but you do actually still want, and that's completely fine. The ones that you want to let go, just cross them out if you need to, but just decide now that you're not going to try and achieve these goals this year. You're just going to leave them. You don't want to do it, so you're not going to. And then the kind of last section of this mid-year review is to figure out what you're going to do going forward. So obviously you've had a look at all your goals. Now I want you to think about how you want to feel at the end of the year. And this can be summed up in one word. You can write a load of sentences, you can brain dump, just however you want to do it. But I think it's important to know how you want to feel at the end of the year to know what you want to work on. If it's more important for you to feel like you've achieved success by the end of the year, then maybe you want to focus on more kind of career goals, if that's the kind of success that you want. If you want to feel more connected at the end of the year, maybe you have to work on more relationship goals. There's so many different types of goals, and at the end of the day, if your goals aren't helping you feel the way you want to feel, there's not much point in them. It should all be working back towards this life that you want. And the majority of your life is about how things make you feel. So just sum up however you want, how you want to feel at the end of the year. And then from that, you can decide from the goals that you already had from the beginning of the year, what goals do you want to carry on and achieve by the end of this year? So this could be your in progress goals, and it could also be the goals that were abandoned but you do want to work on them. This is where you can just rewrite those out so you're clear on what goals you want to take forward for the rest of this year. And then I've also put in a little section for any goals that you want to add to achieve by the end of the year, because I can pretty much guarantee you're going to be at least slightly a different person now than you were at the beginning of the year. So there might be new things that you want to achieve, and that's completely okay. So this is kind of your opportunity to add those in. Maybe by thinking about how you want to feel at the end of the year, a lot more goals came up that you want to work on. So that is where you can write those goals down. And then you're going to be left with a list of all the goals you want to achieve by the end of 2019. So my question to you for this video is, what goals have you achieved this year? I really want to know what kind of things you've been working on and what are you proud of that you have achieved for yourself this year. So leave me that in the comments below. If you do want to keep watching, I will have a video linked on the screen. I'm going to have my video about how to take responsibility for your life, because I think that's such an important video. A lot of you guys liked it, so I will have that linked on the screen, as well as my playlist for how to set, plan and achieve your goals, because that will be really helpful for you if you've now got this list of goals and you don't know how to start working on them. So those will both be linked on the screen for you. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. Remember to get your freebie that's linked in the description, and I will see you in my next one.